Hello fellow haunters, this is Jared Lantern, and I'm here today with a top 10 list of my personal favorite animatronics that I own. I want to make a point of saying the ones that I own because there's a lot of animatronics out there that I do not own or do not own yet, or simply cannot afford, that would easily be in my favorites. But these are for the ones that I own. I'm excluding anything that is static. These are all animated props. So let's go ahead and get to it. I wanted to go ahead and do this before the new season starts with all the new stuff, because this list might change. Number 10 is Hey Bale Popper. This is, I believe, made by Crazy Create. It was available through Spirit Halloween a couple years ago. I really like pop-up props. It's just a classic animation sequence for a Halloween prop, and I thought that this was one of the most original ones. He pops out of the hay bale super fast, and it's a very nice, startling scare. I love how the pumpkin itself, or the jack-o'-lantern I should say, is constantly lit up, and that adds to a lot of the effect. I do like the delayed aspect of the pumpkin not popping up straight away, because you really do make sure that everybody gets their own specific scare. Number 9, Werewolf Dead. This prop, he was available through Grandin Road, and I believe slightly different version was available through Home Depot. Not entirely sure of who the creator of this particular animatronic is. I love werewolf props. In fact, one of my very first animatronic I ever bought was the Howler, and I just really enjoy having werewolf props in my haunts. His face is super creepy. His clothing is very original. He really does get the effect that it is a man who has turned into a werewolf, because he has like the red flannel plaid type of shirt, and just a really great prop overall. Very lifelike, very startling sound effects, and this is definitely one of the best werewolf props available out there. Number 8, the Haunting Ghost Trio. This one is made by Seasonal Visions. There's been a couple of different versions of this type of design made. I believe the other one was a zombie trio. I really do like this prop a lot. Didn't care too much for the faces when I first saw this, but then I really came around to really liking the way they looked all together. The design is really original, and I love the way that the ghosts, because of the apparatus that they are on, it really does look like they are floating, and it really gives an amazing feel, especially because they are illuminated from the inside. They all kind of move independently, and they all have like their own personality with their faces and everything, and it really is an incredible prop to have. Really a classic animatronic that I think everybody should own for Halloween. Number 7, keeping with the ghost theme, we have the Ghostly Gentleman. I believe this is made by Morbid Enterprises. Not too many amazing animatronics are coming from Morbid these days, but this is definitely one of the last ones from them that I really liked. Super classic looking Halloween ghost prop. I'll probably say this about a few props in my list, but this is easily something that you would be able to find on like the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. It really does look like a professionally made prop. The movement and the animation is unlike anything that I've ever seen from a prop before. He kind of sways side to side, but his head also turns. And the added touch of the flower in his hand and his staff in the other hand really gives this animatronic a lot of character. And I have noticed that he has actually become a favorite to a lot of our guests who come through our haunt. It really is an outstanding animatronic with an amazing costume.
Excuse me, right chap. Might you be able to tell me what exactly these people are doing here in my home? Out for the evening, my kind sir.
Number 6 is the Scorched Scarecrow. This was a new prop last year in 2017 made by Seasonal Visions. Is kind of in the line of the towering animatronics that they usually have, standing about 7 feet tall. He is super menacing looking with light up face and a light up chest, and of course the optional fog machine that you can hook up to him only adds to the creepy factor. He really is one that I had seen last year that I knew I wanted to purchase. I was able to pick him up at Scarlet, the summer Halloween convention last year in August. I always am bestowed a birthday gift by my wife when we go to Scarlet, and this was one that I knew that I wanted when I first saw it. I knew I wanted to buy it before I even got there, hoping that it was going to be for sale there. But it really is a formidable prop that I think everybody likes, even if you don't really want to purchase it. I think a lot of people have just come to like this prop a lot. Number 5, Pumpkin Nestor. So once again, keeping with the theme here, we have another jack-o'-lantern prop. Pumpkin Nestor was probably the first prop that I had seen in store that that I wanted to purchase. I had not seen any videos of it prior to seeing it in person in the store, but as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted it. This guy is massive. His actual head, the pumpkin part, is just ginormous. It's one of the first swinging props that I remember seeing. There may have been some before. As we know now, swinging props are pretty trendy with Spirit Halloween. But he has some incredible voice acting and some very funny phrases as well. He is just a perfect Halloween prop. I still to this day remember seeing him in store and just immediately falling in love with it and just definitely wanted to add it to my collection.
Stupid grin on my face? It's because they scooped out all my brains and made pies out of them. Enjoy your dessert! That's a very pretty face you have there. You should look even prettier decorating my porch with a candle in your mouth.
Number 4, Convulsing Nurse. I believe she is made by Techie Toys. I think as terms of doctor or hospital themed animatronics, this has to definitely be one of the scariest. This very original prop just looks scary from head to toe, from her eyeless face to her bloody nurse's uniform. It's just really, really, really outstanding and scary. Of course, you have the cut-off limbs that are attached to chains that the banging of the chains against the wall just adds so much to the effect. The screaming is very disturbing, really. They really are disturbing screams. And, of course, if you double this up with the first aid kit,
Warning.
It just adds to more of the effect.
Warning.
Number 3, The Witch of Stolen Souls. I believe this is a YJ item. I also believe this is came out the same year that Spirit started doing the really polished and nicely produced sneak peek videos in the summer. And I had seen this video, and I absolutely love the way this witch looked. I can't even get to all the things I like about it. The face is just amazing. Anything that's like mask quality, like good mask quality that's on a prop, is always is going to be a stellar prop. The phrases are amazing. The lamp that she's holding with the children's arms and hands, it's very scary. Her animation is, I don't think we've ever seen anything with this type of animation on any other prop, where she kind of speaks, says her phrase, and then kind of leans from side to side, and then goes back upright. Very original, very amazing. I'm going to say it again. I could easily see this being at the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. And there's that lantern, which is just so incredibly scary that they even made, you could buy the lamp by itself as well.
There's always room for another lost soul. To the lantern of stolen souls. You'll be safe and warm.
Number 2 is the Ghost Girl Frettronic, and this comes from Distortions Unlimited. I really love all of Distortion Unlimited items. Of course, they can be very pricey, but you do get what you pay for, and their stuff is all amazing. And to know that it's made by hand and hand painted, and just a lot of care and a lot of work goes into it, it really does make it worth to purchase it. I remember seeing this prop a long time ago, never thinking I'd be able to afford it, but I was able to pick it up a few years ago, and it is just super scary. And I mean, who is not afraid of child ghosts in general? But you look at the face, you look at those nasty teeth, and she is pretty much all one color of white, and that long hair is just amazing, and the rocking motion is so realistic. You just put her in a rocking chair of your choice and just let her go. And my number 1 favorite animatronic of all time is the Bloodthirst Frettronic prop. And this is also from Distortions Unlimited. Yes, I'm a huge Distortions Unlimited fan. Animatronics don't get much more creepy than Bloodthirsty. This female vampire lies on her back with a stake through her heart and all bloodied up, making possibly some of the nastiest, scariest, most disturbing sound effects you could imagine of any Halloween prop. What I like about Distortions Unlimited items is not only are they, specifically made for you, but the clothing is different. So it really does add a genuine aspect to it. And the details on the latex face, and just the whole body, even down to her feet, is just super amazing. The hair is realistic, the face, the eyes, the mouth, every single amount of detail that has gone into this animatronic is just over the top, incredible, and definitely deserves a spot as number 1 on my top 10 animatronics that I own. This has scared many people who come through our haunts. It has always been talked about by people who walk through, and I'm so glad to have this in my collection. Again, one that was a little pricey, but definitely worth it at the end of the day. An amazing animatronic, and I'm very happy to say this is my number 1 because it's amazing, and I recommend this to everybody. So that is my top 10, my animatronics that I own personally. If you guys like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, keep it creepy.